Damage has been reported across the tri-state following today's storms. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rob Williams. Tricia is off tonight. Today was the first alert weather day because the threat of damaging winds, which some of us saw in parts of the tri-state. Our Candace Hare is live from Highland County with what she found.
Yes, Rob, I've been throughout a couple of portions of Highland County throughout the course of the evening into the night. I've seen down power lines. I've seen some broken tree limbs, but no other damage I've seen, at least in this area, comes close to this. Take a look at this. This is a large tree that has been uprooted. It's sitting along a house. Now, to give you perspective, I am in Highland, so this is along State Route 28, just west of Leesburg. And as you can see, that large tree was uprooted. Now, crews were here for a number of hours earlier in the evening trying to work on this, trying to work on the tree itself and kind of cut down as much of it as they could. The woman who lives here tells me she is just grateful that this wasn't worse.
I just couldn't believe that it was down like that, but of course we've had some very nasty weather for the last 3 or 4 or 5 days.
A large tree uprooted, tearing down power lines as it fell, ultimately resting on Julia Newman's home in Highland. Newman tells me she was inside the home when the tree fell, but she didn't hear anything. It was only when she received a knock on the door that she realized something was wrong.
I was just sitting around in the kitchen, and then all at once these fellas come to the front door and said I had a problem. So I went out on the porch and I could see that the tree was down.
It was then that Newman tells me she went outside and saw the large tree resting on her home.
The tree itself, the root, I could not believe how enormous it was, and it was completely out of the ground.
Crews with the Highland County North Joint Fire and Ambulance District, as well as the Ohio Department of Transportation, were on scene Wednesday night. The downed power line temporarily resulting in the closure of Main Street. Despite being without power for hours on end, Newman says she's thankful she is okay and that her home does not appear to be severely damaged.
I feel very lucky. I'm very happy that it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
It really is amazing when you see the size of this tree, that it didn't do any damage to the home and that she who was inside is okay. Uprooted trees, that seemed to be kind of the most severe type of damage that at least I saw in this general area. But luckily, none of the other ones that I saw around here happened to fall on any structures. From Highland, Candace Hare, Fox 19 Now.
Candace, thank you.